Hello and welcome back to 68 Cups, the podcast where we sit down with resilient, creative and inspiring people to explore the stories that shape who they are and the ideas shaping the world around them. Today's conversation takes us beneath the surface, literally. My guest is Dedy Kayaka, founder of underwater cinema here in Timor-Leste, a grassroots movement helping young Timorese reconnect with the ocean through storytelling, community, conservation, and first-hand experiences in the water. Now, what makes this story fascinating is that Dedy didn't grow up by the sea. He grew up in the mountains of Balibo, and despite living on an island nation surrounded by ocean, he says he once felt completely disconnected from it. In fact, like many Timorese, the ocean was something associated more with danger than wonder. Crocodiles, fear, distance, the unknown. But everything changed the first time he looked beneath the surface. That experience sparked an idea that eventually became underwater cinema. Not a cinema under the water, but a way of helping people see the ocean not just as a resource, but as something alive, sacred, emotional, and deeply connected to identity. This isn't just a conversation about marine conservation. It's about belonging. It's about education. It's about hope. And it's about a young generation trying to rebuild a relationship with the natural world before it's lost. So, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's dive underwater.
Dedy, thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited to learn more about your project and your work in the marine conservation here in Timor-Leste. But to start us off, that I like to ask my podcastees, when was the last time that you tried something for the first time?
When? When is the last time I tried something?
For the first time.
Oh. Wow. When? There's a lot of things I try for the first time, but one thing that I want to highlight was my first time being in the ocean. The first time, I think it's almost 10 years ago. 2017, 2018. This is my first time ever see below the water, underwater. So, and also from that I was surprised, wow, it's beauty. Yeah.
Well, and you were born in the mountains of Balibo. So what was it that brought you to Dili and have this amazing experience for the first time in the ocean?
I came from a mountain. I'm a mountain person, and ocean is something's really far, way far from me where I live. I came to Dili with families because study, because I think Dili is a center of, if you want to grow, especially in education and everything. I think Dili currently Dili is, I think until now, Dili is as a center for youth to grow, because there's a lot of opportunity and everything. Doesn't mean in the outside Dili there's no education, still education, but I think too far from what we got in Dili. So that's why I moved to Dili to continue my study in senior high school. And from that I learned a little bit English, and
Yes. Well, what was so profound about that first experience being in the ocean?
I think the first, my experience in the ocean, as everyone know, Timor's it's a almost surrounded by the ocean. But as a Timorese, like I feel like I'm like really far from the ocean. Didn't know, even though like I like it's really close. Like ocean is really close to us, but to know the ocean, I think it's really, I don't know. It's something that not many Timorese know. So when I saw it, and I was like, yeah. I don't know.
You felt drawn to it, do you think?
Yeah. I like proud of as a Timorese, like the sea beauty, like rather than see through the movie or videos or photo, but using my eyes see directly, and I was like, wow, like from that moment, like I fall in love with the ocean. Yeah.
Yes. And is it from that experience that you always had the idea of putting the project together that has now become underwater cinema?
Yes, underwater cinema itself, like the name itself, like I don't want to say I choose, but like the feeling that I have for the first time when I dive. And for me, I feel like Timor Ocean as a ocean as a cinema, like the first time my first experience, I saw like ocean as a cinema, and I was thinking like every time when I walk, I always think about the cinema, and I also realized that there's a gap between our people with the ocean, and I have a feeling, the same feeling that there's a lot of Timorese that if I see myself like back then, and I have a feeling that there's a lot of Timorese that like me back then a lot, that they don't know about the ocean. And I always think that I think I need to do something to share the cinema to people. So that's why like, and from that like I was start to think about the cinema, and then I meet some friends, and also we kind of like share, we have same goals. Some of them never been in the ocean, but they love the idea, and from that we initiate the underwater cinema, like the group, as a group that taking people to see the ocean, and rather than like see through the videos or photo, but
to see it for themselves. Why is there that disconnect? Timor-Leste is an island and it is surrounded by the ocean. Why is there a disconnection between the Timorese people and the ocean?
From what I believe, I think it's about the education itself. We Timor as a new country, like there's a lot of things need to be like developed, health, education, economic, whatever, like anything. There's a lot of things, and also our government also have a priority. Like there's a lot of lists that we need to like invest on. But for me, when I realized that there's a gap, and I realized about the education, because I never learned about the ocean itself when I was like primary or senior high school, like whenever like I go, no one's tell us about the ocean. We know I have a family that I'm living as a like their livelihood income as a fisherman, but no one's tell us about the ocean. What I know about the ocean, it's about there's a sand, there's a rock, they might fish, maybe in the deep. But one thing I know, it's about the shark attacking people, and also it's make me scared about the ocean back then.
Not only the sharks though, but the crocodiles, right?
Yeah.
And do you think that's because crocodiles are somewhat sacred to the Timorese, right? Because of the history. What are the myths and legends about the crocodiles and its connection to Timor-Leste?
Yeah, I think this is something that like the history, or most of our people believe that Timor is actually like coming from like our ancestor was a crocodile or something like that, and this is how we believe. But and
Yes, so it is a bit of a sacred history for the country, but then there's also the fear of the crocodiles themselves being in the water, right? And children are kept away from swimming in the water.
Yeah, I think this is one of the reason. And if you talk about like the secret, most of our people believe that the one that's sacred, they are not often like attacking people, even people swim. Like I think this is how people believe, that they just believe that if they attack you, maybe you do something bad back then. And to people, to nature and everything. On some people kind of like curse you because you're doing something bad. They say like, or you're stealing someone's I don't know, someone's money or something, and you do bad thing in people. And some people say like, okay, yeah, they just kind of like curse you, curse,
Yes.
and then yeah, something bad will happen to you.
Okay.
This is how Timorese people believe. But we also understand that not all crocodile is our ancestor. Not all crocodile, some they are like a normal animal, which is they I don't want to say they are predator, because they're living in their own like ecosystem, which is they are like they always try to find food. Like so whenever they saw something there, like they kind of try to attack, or they want to because they are hungry or something like that. But if we can, when I mentioned about the education, if the education can help to transform people, like our perspective about the crocodile itself, about the ocean, and also shark itself. So that's why I say like that's where the gap between our people with the ocean, and also believe in something that we believe, but doesn't mean it's always right. But we need to study, or we need to understand, so that we can explore the beauty and everything. Like the crocodile living in their own habitat, which is they're not everywhere. They will choose place where like they feel safe too, as a human being. They also animal. They have a feeling of scare if someone attack them and everything. So that's why like if we put education, then people will understand, so that more people can like explore the beauty what the country offer.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned before Timor-Leste being such a young country with a painful history. Do you think that protecting the ocean is also part of healing national identity?
It's really hard. I don't want to say like it's really hard question, but my perspective to protect ocean, it's as a Timorese, it's our identity. Like and this is our resource, like natural resource and everything. And as an island, it's we have obligation to protect it. But if you talk about ocean, it's something that connect everything, connect the culture, connect the country, connect everyone in the world. Like oceans connect us. Australia, we share the same ocean. Like, there's no another ocean. So I think to protect is not, as a Timorese, like for sure we want to protect, this is our resource, but we're living in the one planet, only Earth, so I think it's our obligation to protect it.
And as part of the underwater cinema, you like to be involved with the youth and the young Timorese. How is that working for you? How are you building the project to build that education and to build the skills of young Timorese?
In underwater cinema, like there's a 4 main activities that we are doing. So which is one is snorkeling and beach clean, and also we do kind of data collection through like the plastic that we collect to understand. We still develop the system so that one day we could do like quarterly report about all the plastic that we collect and everything we kind of develop. And also the last 2 of activity was we call like sharing session, which is space where like people share about ocean, about anything. It's not only ocean, but we want to about opportunity, about a lot of things. And also the last one is about fun dive. So fun dive where like we open for public sometimes. Mostly we open for public to join, so that, and also give opportunity to underwater cinema team to explore, to develop their skill in swimming and everything, and also sharing also. Like sharing and also with the fun dive, we always put together. So like last week we do sharing session, and also fun dive, which is camping, and also we do kind of like a movie night, and also sharing anything that we saw, like especially in the ocean, also what happened in Timor and everything. Like we bring up every idea to share, like, and to create I don't know, kind of like to build consensus. So people doing something is not because of project. Like in underwater cinema, what we are doing is not about project. It's about to protect what we have, and also we do because we have a feeling this is our, and also we want to protect it. So, and that's why, like in with the activity that we have, our focus is more like on advocacy and also education with the youth. And it's really hard, like especially to mobilize like youth. But one thing that we do, because we believe that those youth, like they will become like an important people, like in the country. They will make a decision in, I don't know when, maybe 5 years, 10 years coming, but to build this education, this space, because I believe that they will become someone. I don't know, it could be president, it could be anything in this country. So, but we start with the education, like right education to those youth. Yeah, we will find a solution to our country. Could be anything. It's not only ocean.
Not just the ocean. Well, what are some profound experiences that some of these participants have had being part of the project? Maybe any wonderful experiences from being underwater, or from what you have been able to share with them from your own recordings underwater, for them to have a better understanding.
One of the highlight thing that the most of the participants share, like it's about the first time, like they see the ocean, and they say like they never, like, I think the same feeling. Whenever they say like, oh, this is the first time, and they saw the ocean, and it's give me time like to flashback where I've come from, and I have the same feeling. And even some families, some participants, they came with the families, even the parent also joined, and also after they came the first time, and also they encouraged their father, like parent, to join to see, and also same thing, they say like, wow, like it's been like almost 50 years and I never see ocean, and this is the first time ever like I saw, like I never.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and for me, and this is what underwater stand for, like we want to like start build the connection again, like with the ocean, with the nature, like people, because people only, what we believe is about like people only care when they know. So once you introduce people, and I think this is the lesson, or like the highlight story that I love about.
Yes. Even what have been some of the challenges that you have faced in starting this project, and in order to build and develop and see the future that you want to see for Timor-Leste? What are some of the challenges that you have faced?
I think, there's a lot of challenge, to be honest, especially doing volunteer activity, in terms of like human resource, and including like equipment and everything, like doing like what we do, especially like snorkeling. We need like mask, life jacket, and everything. There's a lot of challenges, and also especially in Dedy, where like a lot of people mention about the crocodiles and everything. Like it's one of like the challenges for us to doing that, and also even me, like until now, like I have no like I didn't have like certified as an instructor to doing those kind of activity, but if I step back to see if just because of I don't have certificate just because of people mention about like there's a risk and everything, and for us to not like keep going, then when like, so that's why like we all like we are thinking that okay, we understand like every day it's a challenging, like because we are living like we're living because there's a lot of challenging, but from that we saw we grow, because we fight for those challenges. And like for example, when we start with the underwater cinema, we don't have any life jacket at all, and also I only have 5 masks and snorkel, which is I got from college from BV when they came to Timor. This is the first time when I tried to explore the ocean, and they inspired me like, Daddy, you need to learn about like swimming, diving. You should go. Timor is really you have a special place like especially in the ocean, and they gave me like the mask and everything, and I keep as a present, and I keep it like I put in a nice place, like in a safe place
As a token.
yeah as a token. But after we start to think about the underwater cinema to doing, and I take a risk to take all the masks to provide to the participant. When we start, we are thinking that maybe only few people. We start with 3 people, like as a team. We not share to the public, and also there's another friends joining, and from that we say like maybe we try to publish. And when we publish, like about 80 to 100 people. 100 people came, and I was like, we just like, oh my god, like, and we only have five masks
and snorkels.
Yeah. Oh, like we don't know, like, but we just, and also from that we're using the tire, the inside the tire, we fill the air, and also we're using that for safety for those that don't know how to swim.
Okay.
So then we take them to see the reef and everything. And from that, I think this is one of the challenges, but from that, like, it's kind of like
it's growing.
It's growing, and then
don't have the resources.
and then we think, okay, how to find like, and also, and there's also dive operator, also, I don't want to say like criticize, but in a good way. They ask of what you're doing. Please make sure like the safety and everything, because taking people to the ocean, it's not dangerous, but make sure like everything is.
There are those risks.
Yeah, there's a risk. And also I went there. I say like, yeah, I think like as a Timorese, I think as a UC team, like someone that lead the underwater cinema, I really appreciate what they are doing. But I mentioned that there's a lot of dive operator here in Timor. I understand. Even me, I'm working with Blue Ventures. I have an income, but I can't afford to every week or every weekend diving with you guys. And I can't, even I'm working. But look, if you talk about ocean, but you forget our people, the same thing. If you talk about protect the ocean, but you just stand in your place and then you say like to protect, but you don't like create any space to our people to join, and this is really hard. So that's like from underwater cinema, we're not teaching people to become as a diver, but we share. I think not many Timorese people know how to using goggles, know how to using the snorkel to breathe. Like it's a simple thing, but we consider the safety. But what we are doing, we don't do to. This is not project. We don't get any funding or any money from it. But I say like, if me, I can tell that suppose like as a dive operator, they're supposed to support us because you get income from the ocean. You bring tourists and everything, you get money, people pay from it. And also of course you pay tax and everything, but you have obligation to protect too. And when you saw what we are doing, you're supposed to support. Give us, we don't ask money. It could be an opportunity to learn more about safety and everything, and so on. Like, so that we share the same value, like to protect. But if you think that what we are doing is not good, just because we don't certify as instructor, I think, I think it's a, I don't know, I don't want to say like it's a wasting of time if we keep talking about protecting, but we don't want to share the value. Yeah.
So when you take people out, are they learning how to swim and learning how to breathe and use the resources, use the equipment?
Like I mentioned, but we don't teach people to know how to swim, but we encourage. Like if they want to be like comfortable in the water, we encourage them like to learn. And also we also sometimes we always mention the dive operator. There's a lot of dive operator there and some course like swimming lesson. If you want to like more advanced, then there's a list of dive operator where you can go. But if not, you can join us every weekend when we do. Let's see your like the progress. You start from like me. I say like everyone can learn. Like swimming is something that everyone can learn. Like there's nothing you can say that impossible, because me, I'm start from like I don't know how to swim. Like now like I'm confident in the ocean and water, and I can take people. And from that, even there's a lot of underwater cinema members where like they don't know how to swim, but they keep going, and also first learning to using mask, comfortable and everything, and also they start to like floating and everything, and then slowly some of them take 1 year, some of them take 1.5 or even 2 years to feel comfortable in the water.
Yes.
And it's a long sort like process.
Yes.
So we can't like kind of magic. Yeah, so but in underwater cinema we keep grow. We want to focus on like some of us that already has certified in free dive. We want to focus to become as an instructor one day, so that we can teach a lot of Timorese people. And also we want to like also influence our government, especially in education, to in the curriculum they should include also swimming lesson in all across school in Timor, because we're surrounded by the ocean, and it could be for life saving. And if we teach people, at the end they become as a diver, we are happy. If not, also it's a for a safety. Because during the big days, people always spend time in the ocean.
Yes, absolutely.
So
what you see around at Cristo Rey, many swimmers out there.
Yeah. So
or down at Dedy Rock as well.
Yeah. So we're not teaching people, but we encourage them to. But some of like skill we share, like especially like using mask, how to breathe, how to like relax in the ocean and everything. And this is one of,
And then also cleaning up the beaches to keep them clean.
Yeah, this is a commitment. You see, like we provide equipment. We bring everything. Something we using motorbike to bring all those stuff. Kind of like it's crazy, but this is what we offer. But for the participant, we ask them their contribution is beach clean. But we also encourage them to bring like the rice sack.
So the
bag,
garbage bags, and some gloves.
Yeah. They if they have, they can bring. Mostly we ask them like to bring the rice bag or rice sack. The one that I think everyone in the house they have rice, so that they have so that rather than we buy plastic, because we are volunteer, we don't have. I don't want to say we don't have. It's not about we don't have money, but we don't want to spend for something that if we keep spending, I think
out. And then so to use the rice bag to collect the rubbish and then be able to reuse it next time.
So we're doing that. This is the commitment. And also we also ask them like by joining our activity, like we want them like to become as a ocean ambassador in their own way. They could share, and they could, some of them like after joining UC they inspire them to create their own group, which is we are happy because we need a lot of those kind of initiative to
spread the ideas, grow.
And we don't feel like jealous because of like a lot of group happen doing the same thing, but I think this is something that we want to inspire, like the more people care about the ocean, I think it's the best.
Yeah.
I think it's the best idea.
Well, even speaking of sustainable methods and measures for conservation and preservation, for people outside of Timor-Leste who have never heard of Tarabanda, the traditional law, what does this entail and really mean beyond it just meaning traditional law? But do you make use of it to incorporate in your methods for sustainability and preservation?
Okay. When we talk about Tarabandu, mostly when I talk Tarabandu, like I'm working with Blue Ventures, one of marine conservation organization in Timor. It's an international NGO, but also they established in Timor too. So I work with them. Like our focus is in Blue Ventures. Our focus is marine conservation. Like, but it's the way Blue Venture approach is more like on community, like bottom up approach. So one of highlight program or activity that Blue Venture doing is acknowledge the local norms or law that already happened. Like it's been ages our people using from generation using, because our people know, like across the country in Timor, like everyone's know Tarabandu, what Tarabandu is. Okay, the Tarabandu, based on my knowledge, my perspective, and also the story that I hear, Tarabandu it's a traditional customary law, which is back then our people using to protect something that belonged to. I can say it's a common resource, or it could be like protect something from one clan or one family. So our people using this to protect. Back then, most of the Tarabandu happened in the land, not in the ocean. So let's say, for example, like we have a mango tree in our house. It's belong to everyone in this clan, but by using Tarabandu to make sure that all those people that coming from this clan have an opportunity to get the same like what like the resource have. For example, because living as a family, as a clan, or as a community, some of us not living close to the tree.
Okay, so for them to still be able to access this tree.
They will announce we will close for a year, for example, or for 6 months.
To protect it.
To protect it.
Grow.
Yeah. So that, and also we will open when everyone's come together, and then we will do ceremony, and then we open, so that not people that living close get more rather than those that far. So we will open the same day where everyone's here. So this is the idea of the Tarabandu.
Everyone has the same amount
have
of
the
access.
same access. And for me, like I was, when I learned about that, I think this is one of like way of the traditional way, but it's if you talk about sustainability, talk about the conservation, I think this is we want to do conservation or something that we protect, that allow people to get the same access, use, and also in a sustainable way. So by that, Blue Venture using the idea of the Tarabandu to support community, to establish Tarabandu. And also now government also using Tarabandu to protect the ocean and so on. So that's why, like in underwater cinema, while I'm working with BV, I know those places that we Blue Venture help facilitate to establish to protect, but it's led by community. They are decide when, where, how many years, and like the area, they are the one that decide, because at the end everything will going back to them. Because so with Blue Venture, after we learn about Tarabandu, but we kind of mix with local knowledge with science. Because let's say because with community, sometimes when they say about to protect area, like to manage or to Tarabandu, they have a lot of expectation. With small area, they have expectation that they want to lot of fish coming back, recover.
Yes.
But the idea of collaborate local knowledge with the scientific to address the expectation. Let's say if they decide this area 1 kilo to close for 5 years, and we explain. We're coming with, okay, it's a great idea. It's a good, it's really good for protection. But we also bring the idea, small example, like fish life cycle. Like there's a lot of fish, and you can't say that these fish, some of them they live the life cycle to reproduction take 2 to 3 years to doing the reproduction, and some of them take 5, even more than 5 or even 10.
Okay.
So if you take, you only, and also even some of fish they only they living quite far, and some only 1 kilo, it's their movement normally, and some of them more than that, like let's say tuna or shark. If you want to make Tarabandu for tuna, you need to talk to Indonesia, all the island Indonesia together. We close, like we protect the tuna. But only this area, because they're moving, the more they're big, they move far, thousands of kilo or something like that. Or, so that's why like the idea of Tarabandu we support to protect. But I believe in Tarabandu, honestly. I believe in Tarabandu because not because of the war, but it's about the feeling. Because when we talk about Tarabandu, it's belief, and I believe that. I believe in the Tarabandu, and in Underwater Cinema, we want to like keep like advocacy about what Blue Venture or any organization that already help community to establish Tarabandu. We want to keep like kind of advocacy, like to keep share what community have been done, like especially on Atauru and something like that.
Yeah, because I do think that conservation becomes more powerful when people feel connected, they feel emotional, and they believe in it. It's not just because of statistics, but it's because they have that understanding of why it is important.
Yeah, I agree because I agree, like anything we do, like the first thing we should think or consider, it's about belief, and
and to feel that it is a more sacred space rather than just as a resource. Yes. And so that is what you're trying to share with the people of Timor-Leste, do you think? To feel a stronger connection between the country and the ocean.
Something that I used to like feel like inside was like, back then I used to say that I'm a mountain person, which is like really far from the ocean. But after I learned about the ocean itself, and make me realize that we actually, as a Timorese, as an island, and when we start like living in this island, we start everything from the ocean before we explore the mountain. So I have a feeling as an island people, as an islander, our soul is like coming from the ocean. So this is what I believe, and also for those Timorese that never been in the ocean, and I wish everyone like should like try.
Well, you felt that call, and you're hoping that other Timorese feel it as well.
Yeah. And I think we should proud as a Timorese, because most of people say that we are coming from mountain, and never thought that. But what I believe, like we actually coming from the ocean, like as a Timorese, as an island, we explore. We roam from the ocean itself before we explore the mountain. Yeah.
And is there anything in particular that the ocean teaches you that life on the land we sometimes forget about?
I think this is the first time why it inspired me to initiate like the underwater cinema was when the first time diving, when I saw color, like the color of the reef, fish and everything, like it's kind of like I even cried the first time, and because in Atauru when you dive, even in Timor, like everywhere in Timor when you dive, after you going back to surface, you can see the mountain like really close to the ocean.
Yes.
Yeah, everywhere in Timor. So when I go down, like diving for a few minutes, and then coming back in the surface, and I see the mountain, and back then I saw like some smoke, people,
Some fires.
fire
Yeah.
in the land,
Yeah.
and make me realize that everything that human touch, it changed the color. So, and from that I think and I feel that it's best to keep protect, so that we want to preserve the color, like the beauty. I don't know until when, but I think this is our obligation, like to protect. So
And the colours, I very much agree, especially diving out in Arturo, just the clarity of the water and the incredible colours. One of the most biodiverse reefs and the fish species as well. So much colour.
yeah, it's like I was like from that moment, like it's I'm falling in love to the ocean, and also I always keep. Doesn't mean like in the forest there's no, like it's the same thing. It's a beauty, like it's habitat or ecosystem there. It's beautiful, like it's waiting for us to protect. And also one thing that I always like keep in my, it's between me and with the nature itself. Yeah, human part of the nature also, but I always say in my heart that like holding on, like those, like let's say ocean, like they just wait for a second of holding on, because we will get there where like human and also nature, we will living in harmony again.
Human in harmony with nature.
Nature again. And I believe, I don't know when, maybe I die, after I die, but I believe in the feeling was because the technology help us understand the world and everything, but sometimes it also take us far from where we're coming from. But I keep have a feeling, and also I believe that there will be someone somewhere, like they will connect again, like us with the nature.
And is that a legacy that you are wanting to leave with the underwater cinema, for that connection for humans to have with nature?
Yeah. This is what we.
Well, that's really beautiful, and I wish you all the best with it, and I would love to come diving with you sometime soon.
Sure. You're more than welcome. Like, yeah.
Yes, well, obrigada barak, Dedy, and I will see you underwater.
Obrigado, mas.
Bye for now.
Yeah. Get lost.
Dedy's story is incredibly powerful. Hearing a man who grew up in the mountains describe the ocean as home, and not just home for him, but perhaps home for the soul of Timor-Leste itself. One thing that stood out to me was this idea that people only protect what they truly know. And in many ways, that's what underwater cinema is trying to do. Not force people to care through statistics or fear, but invite them to experience wonder for themselves. Because once someone sees the reef for the first time, once they witness the colour, the silence, the life beneath the surface, something changes. And maybe that's true beyond the ocean too. Maybe connection is what changes people. Connection to nature, connection to culture, connection to each other. There's a quiet optimism in what he's building. Not loud activism, not grand speeches, just people patiently creating spaces for others to reconnect with the world around them. And honestly, in a world that feels increasingly disconnected from nature, there's something deeply hopeful about that. Obrigada barak to Dedy Kayaka for joining me on this podcast. Until next time, keep searching for the extraordinary in the ordinary. Bye for now.